This is the audio file on budgeting, winners and losers from Drop Debt Chapter 3. I don't know. That's the most common answer to the question, how much money do you owe? Well, how much money do you owe? Did I catch you blinking? I've never spoken to a single person in debt trouble who knew exactly how much he or she owed. That's the drop debt problem in a nutshell. I don't know. Most people in debt crisis not only don't open their mail, they don't have a budget, and in many cases, don't even know how to make one. Typically, the smart collector will want to help you with a budget. They know if they ask for too much, you will get frustrated and angry and begin looking around for a bankruptcy lawyer. If they charge you too little, they will cheat themselves and their client out of the money that rightfully belongs to them. Every creditor and collector knows that you have to be able to work effectively and maintain yourself, even at a survival level, before you can think about paying off your credit cards. Now take a deep breath and be confident that you can easily understand the 4 basic essentials of a budget. This may be all the budget advice and knowledge you will ever need. Housing. Creditors understand that you need somewhere to live, to sleep. Food. Creditors understand that you need something to eat in order to live. Transportation. Creditors understand that you need to get to work. Clothing. Creditors understand you need to be presentable at your place of work or face dismissal. Every creditor understands that if one of these 4 items is missing from your budget, it will be impossible to make any repayment plan work. But living within your means doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have a life. For example, here in Los Angeles, the public library system not only has free internet and dozens, if not hundreds, of books on personal finance, it also has a huge catalog of free movies. Scale back that cable bill to basic service and enjoy your local library. Once you understand how many people have abused their creditors, you will begin to understand why getting the facts straight in your budget is so important for a successful workout. An honest, simple budget is all that is needed to clarify the facts. Without a good budget, you cannot answer the most basic question that every creditor is going to want to know. How much income do you have available to pay some or all of your obligations? A prominent attorney friend of mine in Dallas developed the forms that you will find in the attached PDF. His clients must answer these questions before he will even consider recommending a plan for them or ask creditors for concessions. Use this PDF to begin collecting the information you will need before you talk to a creditor, collector, or the court. Budgets are boring, confusing, upsetting, and sometimes even depressing. An indication of how troubling and challenging budgets are to people can be seen in the number of budget help sites that exist on the internet. There are many free services, including budgettracker.com that I mentioned earlier in the video. I suggest you take a look at that one, and maybe you need a budget.com. They offer a free trial, and you can download it directly from the internet. Even if you take only 5 minutes a day, you should be able to get your budget up and running within a 30-day billing cycle. Even if you don't have internet access, a budget can be worked out in just a few minutes. You only need a pencil, paper, and a simple calculator. Dome Publishing has a fine book for budgeting that can be purchased at any Office Depot or Staples store for around $5. Whether you use the internet or the old-fashioned pen and paper method, you will need the patience and courage to assemble your bills for a 30-day period opened. Yes, you're going to need to open your mail so you can read the bills and begin the process of finding out where you stand. As you work on your budget, you might find that your budget bad news turns into good news. You may be surprised by how easy it is to figure out your budget. Your lenders may take a more reasonable position on paying them back once they understand the true and serious nature of your financial trouble. As I've said several times in this book, telling the truth is the surest way to prove to your lenders that you want to pay your bills but can't. When you're done working out a budget, you may find yourself saying, gee, that's not as bad as I thought it was. Fix that thought in your mind before you begin, and it will make beginning a lot easier. I'm Harvey Z. Warren. Let's drop debt.